Bada Johnson joins us now on the program. Good morning, good to have you.
Cecilia, thank you for having me.
Yeah, good morning, Bada.
Good morning.
It's been a while.
Yeah, always good to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, let's just start straight away with what happened yesterday night between Manchester United and City. 1-0 to United. First of all, do you think they were deserved winners of that particular one?
Yeah, I thought so. City couldn't do almost a shot on target, but it was to be expected because once I saw the list
lineup.
and the lineup, and I saw that Guardiola had changed 9 players as against the 4 that United changed, you knew the side who wanted it, more. United needed to save face after the 4-0 bashing they received in London over the weekend, and so Mourinho thought that he needed to give something back to the fans, especially as they were playing at home. So he went for a very strong lineup that featured the likes of Ibra, Pogba, Mata. Just about everybody played for United really. Whereas there were names on the City's list that had people asking, is this a footballer or what? But then, on the general, balance of play, I thought that United definitely deserved to go through, but the game failed to live up in terms of entertainment value. It wasn't what people would have come to expect of the Manchester derby. It was a different kind of derby. It was a dull, derby. But ultimately, the winner emerged, and Mourinho got the win that he so desperately wanted. And as he made his way off the pitch, he did apologize. You saw he made a hand signal, 4-0. I'm sorry. And so
that was a nice touch, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, a nice one from him. But even after that, while he was talking to Sky Sports, yesterday he talked about the fact that look, he's actually happy and that the players did everything to win. He says, okay, I'm happy. The players did everything. They deserve to win. We are obviously happy because in the last week when everything has gone against us, the fans have felt deeply the negative results, and today was a good chance to clean that feeling. To win against Manchester City gives everyone a better feeling, and I'm especially happy for the players and the fans. Now, underline that word, happy, 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 happy. How many times?
Surely.
Yeah, that's to tell you his state of mind. I mean, to go back to Chelsea, where he's a legend undoubtedly, and be so humiliated, definitely had a very, very terrible feeling to it. I'm sure he couldn't sleep well between that day and yesterday. But the thing to note here is it doesn't matter how many times he says the word happy. United are in a precarious situation in the league. Thankfully for them, the guys above them haven't been doing exactly well. So even though they have won only 1 out of the last 6 Premier League games, they are still just 6 points off the pace. In other competitions like the EFL and the Europa League, they haven't exactly been doing badly. They actually topped their group in the UEFA Cup, haven't managed 2 wins after losing their opening game to Feyenoord, and now they're in the quarterfinals of the EFL Cup. It's in the league where United need to be getting points on the board, and he needs to find how to transfer the happiness he felt yesterday night into their league form. Else, United fans won't count what happened yesterday as anything significant. Yeah,
but before we go to the other matches that were played, in the EFL Cup, I would just say, what do you think about pundits out there that are saying it looks like Jose hasn't found his perfect 11? Like he's still a bit confused about what to play because he keeps chopping and changing. You see Fellaini one time, you don't see him again. You see Carrick and the likes. Do you think that's the issue right now? He's still struggling to come up with his
obviously, that is. He doesn't have an idea where to play Pogba.
And why?
He doesn't have an idea who to play with Pogba. In central midfield, he's got a plethora of options, but he doesn't know who the first names on the first the team sheet will be, the first 11. So he keeps experimenting against sides that are more settled, against sides that would go in there and bust them. You saw against Chelsea, Kante, Matic. They just bust that midfield against Pogba and the United players. So he needs to make up his mind, and I feel that what Pogba needs are players in the mold of Carrick and Schweinsteiger, experienced heads who can, stay in front of that back four and play those simple, passes, keep it simple, keep United ticking, and then Pogba can float around and do the flicks and the tricks that he likes to do. He doesn't seem to be like a player who has the discipline to sit in front of that back four, sit deep in midfield, and harry and hassle people in possession, win the ball back, and then create. He looks to me like someone who you have to allow to not have any defensive responsibilities or not much defensive responsibility, so he can float around like a Mesut Ozil for Arsenal and make things happen for United. United.
Now, how about Juan Mata? I was looking at his statistics last night. I mean, it's 47 games for Manchester United, 29 goals, 18 assists, and he hardly gets to play games.
It must be frustrating to be Juan Mata, really. A player who was one of the first 11 names for Chelsea, came to United hoping to get a better playing time, but under what now 3 managers, he hasn't still been able to make such an impression, even though he's got very, very impressive stats. So I think that the key thing is no United manager has been able to trust him in his preferred number 10 position, and Mourinho is not going to do that because it does seem like that's where he wants to play Pogba, even though I feel like if you watch Juventus and how they played Pogba, he played more on the left. He played more on the left side of midfield as against playing centrally. So I feel like Mourinho has got to find a way, especially when they are home and they're expected to attack, to play Mata, Pogba, and maybe a Morgan Schneiderlin behind them, because I don't think he's giving Morgan Schneiderlin much of a time. You saw him yesterday. He's that sort of player who can do a lot of hard running, who can do defensive duties. Just tell him to be disciplined, not venture forward much, and maybe Mata and Pogba can then go and wreak havoc on opposition teams.
So you've got a very good point there, Bada. But I'll just say, out of all the times they've been calling names, they haven't mentioned Fellaini. A lot of Man United fans don't have any time for him at all. So he was dropped yesterday, and in midfield we saw
he's injured. That's why he would have played.
Pogba, and we saw what's the last guy there? And Juan Mata as well. So do you think that's the way forward? Because for me, I thought Michael Carrick, brought a bit of balance to that midfield for United.
Unfortunately for United, they can't have the luxury of playing Carrick week in, week out, because he doesn't have the legs anymore, which is why I haven't mentioned him much. Occasionally, you'd be able to play him in those games, maybe in the big games, especially at home where you're expected to attack. But I feel like Fellaini is the sort of guy who breaks things up and who you want to throw in the 7th and 9th minute when you're chasing a game and you want to play long balls. Other than that, it doesn't offer much value to Manchester United, especially with the way Manchester United fans expect their teams to play. So to start him against games just gives the impression that, United wants to defend. And you're not permitted to do that as Manchester United, especially when you're playing games that you're expected to boss teams that you're supposed to press, in their half and defeat.
Okay, we'll just take a look at the tweets coming from the players. Juan Mata said something: "We lose together, we win together." So I think all the players are really happy. That's the last night, immediately after the game, they had to take to the Twitter to express their happiness. We lose together, we win together. That's coming from Juan Mata. For Wayne Rooney, who did not even play, he also had something to say concerning that game. And he was happy with the players, especially with what they've done. Well done to the lads tonight. Great results and into the next level. What's the next round and what's the next level for United? West Ham.
They play West Ham, who beat Chelsea yesterday night, so it definitely would be a tough game because West Ham would field a strong team like they did yesterday. They're not playing for the league title and they are not playing in Europe, so there's no reason why they shouldn't field their and Slaven Bilic was very clear as to what their ambitions are. These are the kind of competitions they can win. So United will be getting some game against West Ham in the next round. It definitely, for me, is the match of the round.
David De Gea says Old Trafford never disappoints. Really?
He wasn't tested at all in this game. Like Bada
no
said,
shot on target.
No shot on target, so he had a nice vacation.
After the 4 that he let in.
Good performance tonight.
As well.
We go again. Thanks to the fans for the atmosphere. Very pleased to progress to the next round. Fans are always with us.
The fans were immense yesterday. I mean, they could have been flat after that result against Chelsea, but they came out.
But even at Chelsea,
they still were. The sound got all until the end.
They were, more vocal than the Chelsea fans, which is why Conte was trying to urge them. So you've just seen your team beat the opposition 4-0, and the opposition fans are drowning you out on your own, patch.
Okay, quickly, result. There were other games played.
Result from other games.
Surely. Let's just run through quickly. Southampton beats Sunderland 1-0. No surprises there for you, Bada.
Not at all. And Southampton will be going on to play Arsenal in the next round. Remember, last EFL Cup last year, Southampton actually dumped Arsenal out at the Emirates 2-1. So that's one to look forward to.
Wales is gone.
We talked about 2-1 over Chelsea already, and United 1-0 over Man City. EFL Cup quarterfinal fixtures. Arsenal will play Southampton All City will play Newcastle United. Liverpool leads on the top of the round. Bada, according to you, Man United versus West Ham United.
Okay, and West Ham there, I think not a good one coming from the stadium. It said about 7 people have been arrested because of the unrest that happened, incident, crowd trouble. Not a good one for all of them at all.
These derbies are usually very charged, and some of the fans get up to very, very despicable things. They were throwing chairs around. Yes. They were all manner of
bad
things
look
that threatened to take away from the great action on the pitch of play. I thought that game even delivered in terms of entertainment. Greater value than the United City game yesterday. I saw it. It was an incredible, well contested game of football over 90 minutes. West Ham shot into a lead in the first half via Cheku Kuyate header and extended their lead 2-0 until late on when Gary Cahill restored some pride for Chelsea. So we don't want to see this. What we want to see is the action on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely, that's what we want to see. Okay, we have time for just one paper. We'll just look at Sporting Sun quickly. It will be wasteful. This is coming from Arsene Wenger.
That wasn't exactly how he said it.
A bit of sensationalism right there.
What Wenger was trying to say is that Iwobi has the tendency to rush things in the final third. He doesn't have the calm, the composure to finish when he gets into positions where he can score. And that's what he needs to work on. If he does work on that, he's got the potential to be an incredible player and a good goal scorer. Right now, he does all the good work, but when he gets into the final third, he seems to freeze. And he didn't describe it as wasteful.
Okay, well, thank you.
He didn't describe it as wasteful because Sporting Life is saying he's too nervous.
Exactly.
I think that's a better one. Well, thank you, Bada, for coming on the program.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. I'm Cecilia Amagbe.
Many thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm Tayo Salah.